like to discuss your efforts on Paradise Island. We may have no physical presence there, but we are ever watchful. Our observations suggest that matters have been delicate.
Yes, but things have taken somewhat of a turn. After the Protectorate destroyed their own relay out of madness, we have seen little resistance to our residents.
Well, we welcome the news of your... However, Story says that it took the assistance of a freelancer for you to finally secure your hold. Worrisome indeed. Chance of success. Should a treaty
This unit welcomes you to the utility atrium. My records do not indicate that any authorized personnel remain aboard the station, but I am programmed to exchange wares for monetary compensation for whosoever seeks it. Searching my records. Ah, yes. The explanation given by Mechanist DeSoto was as follows. I need someone to have eyes on my explosive friends. But I do not have eyes. Praise be to the Sovereign, for he knows precisely what to provide his subjects. back, presumably unauthorized. But this sec...
Good spot for what I used to call opportunistic field resupply and intelligence acquisition, or a quick ransacking.
hostile intelligence. We would see
Finish recharging.
Distraction for you! Commander, watch your vitals!
How did you arrive at this estimation? What model did you utilize? Which metrics?
Oh, you see, I'm renowned for my ability to read a room, as we call it in my business, where common sense meets observational data, you might say.
Good spot for an ambush. Mind your corners. Those automech override codes should be useful about now. Mech controls are nearby. Those automech override codes should be useful about now. Mech controls are... controls are nearby. Investigating hostile intentions.
Then go no further, infidel. This next shot won't miss.
Commander, throwing energy your way. Stun weapon ready, Commander.
Ready to waste them. On your command.
Surviving me is in everyone's best interest.
capacitor deployed. Free and...
Fine then. Cross that bridge and see how well you fare. Straight.
So close. One elevator ride away from having to breeze in our crosshairs. Finally.
Fine. I suppose we can entertain a tentative agreement. I hereby agree that both of our parties will lay down their arms. For now.
I am pleased to hear it. There is no need for senseless bloodshed when we may yet come to an accord.
I remind you that a contract signing may still be a ways off, but we might consider the hierarchy between our parties should we wish to proceed with a merger, an alliance.
No, we wouldn't want any unseemly quarrels over power. Especially when presiding bishop Bruce Bassar already possesses the foresight necessary to lead a colony and better its people.
Foresight does not bring wars. A military's might does. Our very own officer Carr has proven that, exploiting weaknesses in the Protectorate to great effect. Do you have to try?
So you think that your people should rule? I don't wish to denigrate your military's knowledge here, but Arcadian...
Oh, there they are. Right out in the open. Let's speed this up. Can't have got law before the breeze goes through with her plan.
Look no further than the apple. To make our
He's struggling to feed his house properly. The poor man was clearly overwhelmed because he couldn't see his right hand was actively undermining him, even with his data.
Meanwhile, Angie's choice has done little to alleviate the refugee crisis it helped create. My projections may be accurate. You are more interested in what you can steal.
Dear Vicar, you are not yourself. Perhaps Auntie and your bishop should continue these talks. We'd be happy hosts. We do enjoy dazzling guests with a tour of our stolen artifacts.
There is only a 14% chance that you are jesting. No. If anyone in Arcadia is fit to host such discussions, it is presiding Bishop Bassar. Anyone else would be an insult.
You have a nasty habit of arriving at the wrong time, Commander.
It's over, Augustine. Nowhere left to run. No more lies you can peddle or people you can burn. Your rewards come due.
Ibarra, I was unaware of your survival until recently. Believe it or not, I was happy you survived. But to see you still seeking solace in the Commander's shadow is disappointing. You could have done anything with your life. Shrugged off the bad memories. But now you're both here to meddle. Law knows why. Oh, and once you stop me, will you stop speaking for him too? I've no interest in continuing this little reunion. What happened in Horizon Point, well, I had no choice but to do as I did. And I'm prepared to do the same again. These delegates you came to save, I'm killing them both, and any hope for peace will die along with them. This is the only way if we hope to close the rifts before it's too late. Everything. The Order is on the verge of learning how to control the rifts. They just need the right data and a prototype modulator that's hidden away in a Protectorate lab on Praetor. But like the Protectorate before them, Auntie's Choice must never have access to that technology. Anyone with even half-functioning gray matter knows that you cannot trust a corporation with the kind of power that comes with controlling rifts. The Order should know better. It's as if they've forgotten how we got to this point. It was the Seers who came to me back then. They showed me their data, proving that the Protectorate's rift experiments would lead to our galaxy's destruction. I didn't want to believe them. But as more and more of their predictions came to pass, I knew I had to act. I had to destroy Horizon Point and its research to prevent annihilation.
That's law, Augustine. You could have told us what you were planning instead of letting us blunder into a trap.
No, I couldn't have. Had I deviated from the plan even the slightest amount, it could have jeopardized everything. I had to avert a far worse disaster. By any means. No. I saw their models. The Protectorate, in all their ignorance, would have torn the galaxy asunder in pursuit of their matriarch's dream. Fascists are nothing if not predictable. You are focused entirely on the wrong thing. Wars come and go. Civilizations can rebuild. But this manner of destruction is something nothing can come back from. You recall what I said of the rift modulator, of the data? It's the only way to control the rifts, and only the Order can be trusted with this power. You know who these corporatists are, how they deal with their competitors. Imagine now how a war spurred by greed might be won, when fought with rifts instead of guns. You see? The Order must not sacrifice their principles for a childish attempt at peace. If they don't complete the mission they started, everything I have done will have counted for nothing.
Enough! Just enough, Augustine. I can't listen to any more of these excuses. I've got all the answers I needed, Commander. She's gone over the threshold and ain't no bringing her back. Best we make this quick, before she can hurt anyone else.
You think you have it in you to pull the trigger, Ibarra?
Had 10 years to practice. Give the order, Commander. How many times do you need a snake to bite you to realize its nature? She's shown us who she is, Commander. She's showing us again right now. Yes, Commander. You said to try and hold on to my humanity. But ain't this a just cause? Preventing the deaths of these delegates? You're wrestling fire here. You know that, right?
It doesn't matter. Nothing you can say to me will change the issue at hand. If I'm to give the Order the means to close the rifts, the peace talks must end. 2 dead delegates? That's a fair price to pay. We've paid worse. No, I want the Order to not take the coward's way out. They broke from the Protectorate for a reason. The Order could lead humanity into a new age of discovery, shield us all from ruination. But they've become so focused on winning a void-forsaken war that they've lost sight of it. So I'm here to remove that temptation from play and set them back on the path to worthiness. What use is there in a short victory if you've lost sight of the greater threat? Nobody's done anything about that rift in the sky for 10 years. I looked up at it every day and saw the threat it posed, remembering what I'd done. The cost.
You're really gonna stand there lecturing us about costs when it was our blood you spent?
There is always a cost in surviving where others did not. You should know that better than anyone. Yet after Horizon Point was lost and that rift tore open the sky, no one in the Order had any urgency to fix it. And now corporatists are here, ready to take advantage. I can't take it. Is that so? Please then, enlighten me on how you might save the Order from itself. They may try. Though we both know those corporatist vultures wouldn't take the snub kindly. When Auntie's Choice sees power in what the Order has, they will take it. But even if what you say is true, there's no undoing the past. Not for me. I don't belong here. And the Earth Directorate's nothing more than a memory. This mission is all I have. So if you won't leave me to carry out my plans, Commander, then all that's left is your bullet. Savannah. I was never a good friend to her, even when she was all I had. Sometimes I thought her a fool for putting such faith in me. But if she still does, maybe. No, it doesn't matter. You should hate me for what I've done to you, to your crew. You can't possibly wish for me to live. Do you actually? I want nothing more than that, but didn't understand there was another path I could take. Not until this moment. I see now that my judgment has been compromised. So we will do this your way. No harm will come to the delegates, and I will stand down. But there's more you should know. I've recovered a cartridge from the Earth Directorate satellite I brought down. It's here, with me, and it contains the Rift data gathered from every system they monitor. If you process this data, you can use it to improve the prototype Rift modulator on Praetor. Once that's finished, the rifts can finally be closed. Everyone will be saved. All I can give is my word. There's no backup plan for me. I've reached my limit. But I know that you can save us. And this cartridge will at least give you a head start. There's also a high-priority message from the Chief of Ops on there. I was unable to decrypt it, but you certainly have the means to do so on your ship. It may be 3 years old, but hopefully the information it contains is still relevant. Here, it's yours. May the numbers guide you, Commander. Wait, what in the void is that?
This seems... well, we should run. Follow me, quick! No time to dance.
This is an urgent message for all Earth Directorate agents. The spatial rift situation has deteriorated significantly. The rifts threatening a majority of our colonies and our Earth Directorate bases, including this one, have entered their final stages. If you see a rift that looks like this, you are in grave danger. You have at most a matter of months before everything in your local system is destroyed. The seriousness of this situation cannot be overstated. Therefore, Directive Alpha Omega is hereby invoked. You are fully authorized to do everything in your power to find a way to close the rifts. Along with this message, the entirety of our rift data has been sent to your local surveillance satellite. Analyze this data. Law willing, you will find a way to unlock any secrets it has resisted yielding to us. The fate of humanity now depends on you.
Acknowledging receipt of emergency mission parameters update, including activation of Directive Alpha Omega. Commander is now released from any and all agent guidelines. The full parameters are as follows. The agent has full authority to handle the mission in any manner they see fit. No exceptions. The extreme nature of stated emergencies supersedes any other considerations. I have also detected competing priorities in the new mission objectives. The surveillance data from the satellite confirms DeVries's assertion of a prototype modulator on Praetor that may be used to manipulate rifts. Acquisition is required to be able to bypass any new or existing miniature ground-level rift anomalies you may encounter. You are also tasked with finding a way to process the Earth Directorate rift data. The archive computer on Cloister would be best suited to this purpose. The prototype rift modulator is located within the Interstitial Reconfiguration Center. Information on the center indicates it is a laboratory dedicated to the study of rifts. Reaching the lab may involve violence. A protectorate blockade has been erected between our designated landing pad and the center.
The Order of the Ascendant. Humorous hot beverage.
The Archive is the largest and most powerful computer in existence. It is built into the moon of Cloister and was built by the Order of the Ascendant with the Matriarch's input. Control over the Archive has changed several times since the invasion. Currently, the Protectorate has possession of it. Conclusion: the Archive will not be easily accessible. Agents are permitted to cooperate with local governments and other political entities at their discretion, even under normal directives, which you are no longer bound by. Both Auntie's Choice and the Order have previously controlled the Archive, and may be open to working with you to regain access. Seeking their assistance is recommended. Coincidentally, both delegates also escaped the station and have sent messages expressing gratitude. It seems they feel they owe you their lives and have asked to meet with you at their respective headquarters.
If one flips a perfectly balanced coin, it will land on heads with a 1 in 2 chance, or tails with a 1 in 2 chance.
The Order of the Ascendant are concerned with the elevation of humanity. While lacking experience in governance, they would be fair partners and open to reasonable solutions. Auntie's Choice has the firepower to more easily succeed in battle and greater experience in management. They would likely be receptive to a free agent such as yourself. Whoever you assist will be better positioned to take control of the Archive, and by extension, the entire colony. Careful consideration is warranted. There is also one other, less likely option: persuading the two factions to work together. The delegates you helped save may be able to help facilitate this.
To simply go forward as if it had been flipped, and proceed with whatever action that flip was intended to choose? If so, what part of that choice was ever left to chance? The answer, of course, is none. Only when there is less than complete information are we reduced to chance. At present, we do not have complete information. Instead, we are still forced to deal in probabilities, expected values, and standard deviations, which lead to the dreaded sigma of probability distributions. By necessity, we are forced to estimate outcomes based on assumed distributions of sample populations. Such a travesty. No, Not a travesty.
Returning to mission objectives. Do you have a preference for which to pursue first, Commander?
Will help us avoid. Every bit of data collected, analyzed, and input by our archivists brings us closer to our goal. To the solving of the universal equation. Probability is not enough. Guesses are not enough.
Acknowledged. Due to the rift's expansion, both Cloister and Praetor show a high preponderance of miniature rifts. Proceed with caution. It is worth noting that the Order of the Ascendant is headquartered on Cloister. You have also received a message from Auntie's Choice. This unit can relay its contents now, should you wish. The message has also been sent to your private terminal. Greetings, morally gray potential contractor. You've been pre-selected for membership in Auntie's Choice Esteemed and Valuable Disposable Agent Program. Report on board the ACS Undisputed Claim for details on this exciting opportunity. Signed, Auntie Cleo. It appears you now have permission to visit Auntie's Choice headquarters aboard its flagship, Commander. You may use the Astrogator to navigate there at any time.
What happened back there? We had her cornered, bullets chambered, justice within reach, and you just let her go? What am I supposed to do with that? How am I supposed to trust you the next time a tough choice has to be made?
said conspicuous dimensional disturbances, please take additional care. Eyes forward, noses out of academic journals.
Now do carry on. And as always, anticipate and calculate.
Further beneficial content soon follows. And now a song from a composer predicted to have 3 well-liked melodies and become allergic to water this year.
One thing that you have to know, irrationality is good for the workflow. How can that be? How can that be? Infinite, a measure of mystery, unveils the key to logic's asymmetry. How can that be? How can that be? Irrationality. One thing that you must profess, irrationality is a part of our progress. How can that be? How can that be? Using part, another without end, evokes a result, correct in the dividend. Accept it, and you can plainly see a positive externality. A positive externality. A positive externality. One thing you can plainly see, accepted in this infinity. Can it be a positive externality? One thing, the irrational term accepted in the calculation. Can it be? Can result in explanations. How can that be? How can that be? How can that be?
On this intellectually stimulating episode of Notable Locations of Scientific Inquiry, we contemplate the colossal. A computronic construct so powerful it requires a planetary mass ice ball to both house its analytical engine and cool it to 274.24 Kelvin. Bundle yourself in cold weather outerwear as we visit banks, logic assemblies, data manifolds, quantifiers, re-quantifiers, re-dequantifiers. The archive's core assembly lies within the ice moon's inner mantle, where 2.7 billion thermionic valve switches perform the nitty-gritty of Boolean data calculation. Such processing generates tremendous cloistered subsurface seas and the core assembly. When in operation, the core would turn molten in 1.8 minutes without thermal transfers, consistent hydraulic pressure of 3,300 psi. Fortunately, this system is foolproof. It would take deliberate human intervention to operate the archive without the thermal transfer system. But who would act so irrationally? Input commands are delivered by complex punch cards that process information stored on data bricks. Only an operator wielding the Calcaduceus may set the archive to its tasks. To outsiders, it appears we are waving a mathematical magic wand, but we know
Then why'd you do it?
alas, the facility has slipped from our computational control, a loss not only for scientism, but all of humanity. It is imperative that we recover the archive and
I'm gonna need time to muddle through all this, so let's just end things there. For now.
ascendancy.
Addendum. Since we recorded this episode, the thermal transfer
Never
system
thought
says-
you'd manage to save DeVries along with the delegates. They could be good allies when we look for help closing the rifts. Assuming DeVries sticks to her change of heart. There's one thing I can't shake, though. That rift exploded at just the right time, right in the middle of the peace talks. Wouldn't happen to be the universe trying to tell us something, would it?
What comes next?
Avid followers of our predictive playlists are already aware of which song follows. Interested in receiving our weekly selection of mathematical clues? Visit your local predictory.
I reckon it's saying that all our political machinations will mean nothing in due time. Nature will always defeat us. But we can learn to work with it, like with the Rift Tech. By the way, what DeVries said about Auntie and the Rift Tech, don't take it to heart, huh? Auntie ain't an idiot. Much as she loves business, reckon she loves self-preservation even more. That's some confidence there. Just be careful. She's a shrewd dealmaker, knows all the loopholes in the book. Still, think we ought to pay the undisputed claim a visit, see if we can court Auntie's aid. Your boss was clear. We'll need all the help we can get to close these rifts. Whether we gain that help from Auntie or not, I won't lose sight of that. Our galaxy's survival is of far more consequence than our loyalties. Anyway, appreciate you hearing me out. What? Why? I told you I'd watch your back long as you needed me. And unless I miss something, you're gonna need all the help you can get from here on out. Right, exactly. And you know I'm a good shot. If I get underfoot,
Saving the delegates from DeVries took considerable effort, dear. Of course you could, but you didn't. They still might have a role to play if we're to close the rifts.
Broadcasting cognitive resonance across Arcadia, this is Grand Plan Wireless.
May all our endeavors yield expected results.
Greetings, Ascendants. Vicar Mug Sai Sai here with a special installment of Ask a Vicar. Listeners want to know, why did our orders split from the Protectorate? It's the query I'm asked most frequently. It's also the query I answer the most frequently. So today, I'm turning to a higher authority. Joining me in the studio is Presiding Bishop Ruth Bassar, orchestrator of the Schism, for this special episode of Ask a Vicar. Presiding Bishop, my students wonder how we could separate from the Protectorate when arguably our order would not exist without them in the first place.
I would argue that our order would not have survived if we had remained with the Protectorate. Our partnership began more than a century ago with a shared reverence for science, unified in our mission to solve the equation and thus transcend our uncertain existence. But it became clear over time that the Protectorate was abusing scientism, our sacred theology, as a tool for controlling the population rather than ensuring their perfection. We had become complicit, our beliefs compromised. Protectorate leadership didn't want the Order of the Ascendant. They just wanted order. And so, we left.
Some students point out that the corporatist invasion and its ensuing chaos, something our seers saw coming, certainly provided convenient timing.
Well, Vicar, you know as well as I do that sometimes timing is everything.
Stay tuned for what follows.
Your machine tried to break me.
must admit to being highly vexed by this kill order situation.
Such as?
We are simply a group of enlightened individuals seeking to spread the truth of the rifts, despite our persecution by those who seek to keep the masses aimless and distraught.
short-range transmission just came in from Zeb. Sounded urgent. He's requesting we meet him at the tomb of the Matriarch, here on Praetor. It's where the Matriarch and First Sovereign are buried, supposedly. It's the Protectorate, Commander. What they say publicly and what is actually true ain't usually the same. Zeb left out the mission parameters, probably worried his message might be intercepted. Not unfounded, given the Protectorate presence on Praetor. He did say he'd reach out to us again if he needed help. Reckon we should take it as a compliment. Zeb doesn't trust easy. Anyway, I'd really like to go, if there's time. Much obliged. The sooner we can rendezvous at the tomb, the better. Got the sense that whatever's going down, it's happening now.
That screams experimental Rift Lab facility to me.
Protectorate control of Praetor has largely been achieved through the maintenance of a blockade. A survey of Praetor indicates there may be an alternate route past the blockade via the Automech factory.
problematic occasion. If you started young.
Preservatives are synonymous with avarice and evil.
So ignore the sinful siren's call of Auntie's Choice product advertising. Eat only from the bounty of Arcadia. Stay fit, sustain the system, serve the sovereign.
It's not only common sense, it's your sworn duty.
Well, that, as they say, is that. What's next? Here's one you're absolutely sure to enjoy. A Protectorate prescribed favorite.
Presents I, Red Cloak, the reassuring adventures of a mysterious sentinel who roots out the rot of dangerous thought. I, Red Cloak.
Looks like this operation. Work with her. There. Approach the gate and identify yourself if you're looking for access.
Well, of all the improbable sights I'd never imagined to actually see, folks simply wandering around the Badlands of Praetor would be near the top of that list. I've not the mind to solve the equation that demonstrates how unlikely it is you've survived enemy combatants, hostile critters, and endless lightning in near equal measure.
Eating establishment distract you, fellow Sentinel Dunning. We're deep in Auntie's territory for a reason. To find the Order spy.
Understood, Sentinel Redcloak. The turncoat is supposed to meet their corporate contact here. Rest assured, my eyes are attentive, even as my stomach revolts. How these wage slaves survive on this artificial swill is beyond.
The grounding station was built to help manage and offset the lightning that illuminates the sky and scorches the ground without pause or penance. They also used the station for a number of experiments that they ultimately lacked the capacity to complete. But, suffice it to say, we far exceeded those limitations. Nevertheless, the Exemplar is in need of help to complete his research, and our small squad lacks the manpower to provide it. But you might be the universal variable we've been waiting for.
Addiction to needless wares and tawdry luxuries like everyone else in my materialistic society.
These void damn drones beg for compensation at every...
He is in the lab atop the hydraulicalized lift. Ironically, the lift was struck by lightning while the station was being reset and is stuck in its raised position. There is a trail that leads to the top. Just mind the jump onto the platform, and don't touch anything glowing, sparking, or obviously shedding lightning on your way there. And given the situation we find ourselves in, I'll be leaving the gate charged unless you're ready to pass through it. Just approach, and I'll power it down for you.
2-5.
Right. Why not round to 20 for ease of bookkeeping?
But the correct methodology for rounding this decimal is to the next lower whole number. In this case,
need to exit the station. It's just a
Greetings, unaffiliated individual. Could you be a freelancer? A gun for hire? Might you be interested in a job involving the removal of dangerous creatures?
I knew there was something suspect.
Very well. There's a cave directly southeast of our position, positively infested with raptidons. If you exterminate the lot of them, I'll upgrade your basic entry permissions to allow for purchase of our surplus of supplies.
The Sovereign in his
Oh, this is so exciting. I can feel the rate of my blood flow increasing.
Our hero Redcloak exposed the Order sympathizer, only to become ensnared deep in Auntie's territory. Will she escape their corporate clutches? Yes, of course she will. Those who express doubt regarding the abilities of a true and upright Protectorate Sentinel should seek mental refreshment at once. Our hero's reassuring adventures continue in the next episode of I, Redcloak. It's obligatory listening wireless entertainment.
Such an inspiring broadcast. On to other things. Next up, music to invigorate your mind, so you can serve the greater good at a brisk pace, with a true adherence zeal.
When the outside tries its best to invade us, our champions will recognize the our paradigm reserved when they fight and die. Send in the sentinels.
I am at my wit's end with it. Please keep your behavior within acceptable parameters.
Here's a song for you to enjoy while you solemnly reflect on your sworn duty to our idyllic society.
So, you're the mysterious individual that's caused such a stir across Arcadia? Well, it is my sincerest of pleasures to meet you. I am Exemplar Simon, head of research at this station. Please consider me your personal conduit to this meager, yet profound portion of the universal equation. How may I be of service? Originally, the Protectorate designed this facility to control those grounding towers, which are the only thing keeping Praetor's ceaseless lightning from turning us all into ash. And to be sure, that is the only reason Ante or the Protectorate haven't taken this place by force. They are rightly terrified of what happens if this station goes offline. However, neglect during this conflict led to Axon's shorting at 5 of the towers, causing gross misalignment. If they aren't realigned, the failures will catastrophically cascade. Wonderful. In order to recalibrate a tower, you must find the malfunctioning panel inside their control room and reset it. And to speed you along, I can offer a unique incentive. Prior to being driven from this facility, the Protectorate was exploring lightning-powered explosives. The concept was clearly beyond them, but I have already solved their errors. So with each tower you align, I can produce a batch of the explosives they theorized, and I would happily share them with you. That is fantastic news. I'll begin fabrication as soon as you've aligned each tower. And so, I shall have the explosives ready for you upon your return.
To the paradigm, return to your duties, subjects, and stay attentive for...
Capacitor out. Get it while it's energized.
Attention. Please stand with impeccable posture to show your respect and love for our beloved sovereign as he... another...
As my forebear, the matriarch embraced...
across our skies. Feeling the personal tragedy
Stun weapon ready, Commander.
In my hopefulness. Good day.
Well, that, as they say, is that. What's next? Another beauteous melody granted by the grace of the Sovereign.
Broadside of a freighter.
Capacitor deployed. Free energy if you can reach it.
requested by the Council for everyone's neighbor prudence. How neighborly of him.
Here's a song for you to enjoy while you solemnly reflect on your sworn duty to our idyllic society.
You've returned. Are the Raptidons vanquished? Have you completed the job? Oh, Incredible! Then, as the prime requisitionist currently at this station, I confer to you upgraded permissions that allow for surplus supply purchases. Back. Do you require additional supplies for further jobs and adventuring?
Stomping out ideas, reporting on your peers, support the song.
Incredible.
We're finally thought free and we're feeling proud. Now that we can boldly speak, say thoughts aloud. Blissfully empty, da-da-do-da-day. Mumbling along, even if we've got nothing to say. We're off to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. We fought and were we free, as one big melody. We're off to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. We're off to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. We fought and were we free, as one big melody. We're off to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed.
Now let's admire these commendable comestibles. Crabbles are large crustacean-like creatures that travel in herds and are native to Arcadia. Though usually docile, their massive size, enormous claws, and thick shells make them incredibly dangerous.
A difficult animal to approach, let alone try to eat.
At least in the past. For now, by the grace of the Sovereign, we bestow upon you perilous indulgence crabble cakes.
Our fearless team of culinary commandos employ Dragoon automechanicals to overcome the creatures, crack their dense carapace, then scoop out the soft, delicate goodness inside, so you don't have to.
It's higher in protein and lower in calories than beef, so a responsible way to stay healthy for the Protectorate. And now one no longer has to fret about being trampled or clawed in twain.
Marisol's something, huh? She had everyone fooled, and then she turns around, exposes Svoboda for what she is, and reveals herself to be the endpoint. What kind of name even is that? She reminds me of the serial heroes I wanted to be just like when I was a kid. I'd tell her if I thought she'd appreciate it.
A Protectorate prescribed favorite.
Every day I am giving all myself in his name. I know this to be.
There's something inspiring about someone who knows exactly what they are and entertains no nonsense. Anyway, this is me saying I think she was a good get. Much better having her in our corner than staring down the barrel of her gun, that's for certain. She's probably already got bugs listening in on us, so we ought to just stop there.
Give him your grace. Sovereign deserves all your love. Love him because he loves you. Love him is the least you must do. I want for nothing, come what may. I still my devotion have not gone astray. I'm a good neighbor, I'm all I can. watching his name. I know I am right. He's our shining light. The sovereign deserves all your love. Love him and he will love you. Love him, that's all we must do. I want to come what may. I still find those should have not gone astray. I'm a good neighbor, I do all I can. That is my That's why I love my summer.
Hey, Commander. Can we talk? Promise it'll be quick. I wanted to apologize for the way I handled things after Greater Tranquility. I still feel my anger was justified, but I could have been more tactful. I've also given some thought to what you said about vengeance darkening the soul. I think you might be right there. In which case, I owe you thanks as well. Seems you spared me as much as DeVries. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. We can get back to the mission now.
Whether uranium gas, once presumed simply lethally dangerous.
Only felt right to clear the air. I've learned the hard way what happens when you leave things to fester.
May, in point of fact, gird the
Sure, always happy to tool around for a bit. What did you have in mind?
Expect specifics soon. Research is ongoing, which is why, today, we've increased the plume count of this salubrious effluent in and around the Automech Repair Center. Surely this experiment will one day yield healthful results.
And now this.
Now listen to this.
No finer victory beyond the vanquished foe. No greater luxury could any subject know than giving tenderly of body, blood, and bone.
If it ain't my favorite commander, just sure.
Comfortable plenty for each of us to own. Oh, Gloria, Arcadia, never be outsold. Our colony, Arcadia, our home. Misery compares to this known. Such opportunity for those who would atone, perishing selflessly without complaint or groan. For Arcadia, our nation's strongest stone. Gloria, Arcadia, our colony, our home. Such comfortable plenty for each of us to own. Gloria, Arcadia, never be outshone. Our colony, Arcadia, our home. Defeat duplicity. Cut the weeds that grow in thought or deed. The least citizens grow.
subjects, hark. Your unneeded reminder that the system provides for your every need. Not just an abundance of nourishment, but also...
Away with you, stranger. While I'll not blame you for what's come to pass, the sight of you still makes my hackles rise.
Based on a schematic devised in a single afternoon by the Sovereign. It generates unlimited electrical current to our
Warning!
flawless
This unit detects state your business.
relay communications platform.
Initiating commerce.
Requires, much is held in reserve. How foolish of the corporatist invaders to think they stand a chance against such technology. Surely this proves the superiority of our system.
Well then, moving on.
Our station offers only the best in music. Protectorate subjects, it's your due, because our way is superior to others.
Turning in. After several days, months, and even years, nothing fills my heart with joy like turning in my peers. Everything is meant to be aligned and working well. Nobody should fall behind, lest I'm the one to tell. It is neighborly to make an effort and a test, calmly speaking to authority at their behest. Glancing through the cracks and spaces round the door frame, keeping tabs and notes on people can be like a game. Celebrate the good one, turn in those who stole. It should be no simple thing to do. Be the merry one who makes the call. Celebrate the submissive who stick to their routine. It should be no simple thing to do. Turning in your relatives, your friends, your peers, and more. Celebrate the turning in. It's what we all strive for. If you see a person sleeping at their station, reporting them will only help improve their dedication. If you see a person with questions too deep, go and tell on them while they are peacefully asleep. Celebrate the good ones, turn in those who stole. It should be a no simple thing to do. Be the merry one who makes the call. Celebrate the submissive who stick to their routine. It should be a no simple thing to do.
Greetings, potential customer. State your business.
Celebrate the turning in.
Initiating commerce.
Strive for. Celebrate the turning in. It's what we all strive for. Celebrate the turning in. It's what we all strive for.
Broadcasting reassuring programming in line with the paradigm. This is Protectorate sanctioned wireless.
Well, look who it is. What is it this time?
To ensure they are operating at peak efficiency.
Don't have much to spare, but you're free to have a look.
Paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law. Next up,
The following song was composed, performed, and recorded under the explicit direction of the Sovereign, and as such reflects his excessively high standards.
Authority at their behest, glancing through the cracks and spaces round the door frame, keeping tabs and notes on people can be like a game. Celebrate the good ones, turn in those who stole. It should be no simple thing to do.
You've returned. I take it matters are progressing well?
The submissive who stick to their routine. It should be no simple thing to do. Turning in your relatives, your friends, your peers, and more. Celebrate the turning in. It's what we all see.
Ah, well, then here are your rewards, per earlier terms discussed. I trust you'll find it all useful. Return with the remaining 5 volumes to complete the set, and I shall provide you the rarest rarities available to me.
If you see a person sleeping at their station, reporting them will only help improve their dedication. If you see a person with questions much too deep, go and tell on them while they are peacefully asleep. Celebrate the good ones, turn in those who stole. It should be a no simple thing to do. Be the merry one who makes the call. Celebrate the submissive, stick to their routine. It should be a no simple thing to do. Turning in your relatives, your friends, your peers, and more. Celebrate the turning in. It's what we all strive for. Celebrate the turning in. It's what we all strive for. Celebrate the turning in. It's what we all strive for.
Gather round the receiver. With your neighbors. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless, your trusted source for wholesome melodies and inspiring reports on community goings-on.
We are all encouraged to live in the moment. How can one not when life is so perfect? Yet, it's every subject's duty to reflect fondly and often on the path that led us here. So spend a moment in remembrance of our matriarch, who not only drafted the blueprint of our perfect society, but also the space-traversing technology that made it possible. She alone recognized...
Purple Berry Crunch is for you and for me. And as always, it is parasite free. Crispy and sweet, perfect for breakfast or an afternoon treat. Straight from the box, or eaten with love. There's always time for Purple Berry Crunch. Purple Berry Crunch, filled with a cake, because it is far more authentic that way. Purple Berry Crunch is for you and for me, and as always it is parasite free.
Next up, the real reason wireless-free Arcadia exists. Advertising. Your co-worker rivals get sleepy after consuming a full midday meal.
Not me. I stay hungry.
Auntie's Choice Stay Hungry Meal Pack. Whoever said humanity can't exist on bread and water never met you. Auntie's Choice Stay Hungry Meal Pack, featuring our finest pre-sliced bread and dehydrated water tablets. Specially designed to be eaten alone at your desk.
The bare minimum you need to make it through your day.
Show your supervisor you stay hungry.
Fine. Let us proceed.
This is one of my favorites, though admittedly I'm far from discerning.
The following is a special selection from Antigua Musical. We have the gratitude of everybody in inspirational origins.
The other day, I stumbled into the White Long Rift.
You're the one who found those Odomec parts, right?
And who did I see?
I really appreciate it.
The self-made
You I was able to return to Westport.
Paragon of do-it-yourself. Slayer of unlucrative bureaucracy. I saw my opportunity. I said, Auntie, a moment of your time. Have you any tips for a bottom runger who's lost on the climb? See, I tried my best to urge her because I rose before the merger with Spacers. Full of confidence, I asked her, how do I find success in Angie's dreams? And this is what she said to me.
The old corporate thinking will only leave you thinking. Listen, child, and take it straight from me. This term, self-betterment, makes you 110% everything you'd ever hope to be.
Creatures here. They're letting anyone who wants to train at the Arbiter's facility.
Get up and go get her. Choose betterment or impediment. Improve yourself, enhance the whole. Get that raise, advance your role and ignore.
So much dust and debris
The wireless set that's running Westport is routinely.
We've got an improved outlook, a revolutionary corporate government with a fresh new can't-lose surefire system. Now our underlings are grinning and upper runners are winning. So shortly, you and I will all get rich.
She said, persuade them that a better
tantamount to piety. Choose betterment or impediment. Improve yourself, enhance the whole. Yes, as ways advance your whole and ignore all told. Monopolize for price control, that's our highest goal. Pitch them on some moral race. Make them buy our corporate ways. Convince them and increase your sway. Make them do what we say. I saw time for one more lesson, so I shot her one last question. I said, but I worry about reprisals when dealing with my rival. Suppose I can't outdo or outthink the vast herds. She said,
If all else fails, kill the bastards. They're playing checkers. You're playing chess. They think you'll retreat, but that's when you fret. The game is cutthroat.
Right now, the paradigm needs our houses underwater. Hopefully it'll need them dry again someday. Is now a bad time to report myself for mental refreshment? I wouldn't want to be inconvenienced.
You've returned.
what you can and do what you must.
Hello again. Here to help? Or just being friendly?
Do what you must and do what you can.
Hard to...
I'll pardon your skepticism given your lack of acquaintance, and say only this. Ask not what Scrabbles achieves for us, but what we can achieve with him. Before you depart, a final word. Stay out of the minefield. I won't be the one who answers to Carr when the Protectorate mistake your rootless gallivanting for encroachment.
Can you give me an example that is true? Of course, the number when you swear the root of true. Explain. An isosceles right triangle. The smaller sides are measured both as one. The length of the longest side then cannot fully be expressed by anyone. Irrational, 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 irrational. Remainder is rational. Are there any numbers you can name us? Are there any numbers that are famous? The ratio known as golden. It is written as the Greeks letter I. From nothing and now she said beholden. Second only to the number known as one. I is a worldwide phenomenon. And since the square is circle and you need it, don't confuse it with its homonym sibling. It's a number you cannot hear. Irrational, 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 irrational. The remainder is rational. What's a number that has no ending? A number that we call transcending. A mathematics man named Newton. These numbers are so monumental.
Rat's raring to go.
audacious statements regarding products researched and designed to increase energy, efficiency, creativity, and happiness.
Each complex bar is packaged with an imaginary piece for you to enjoy later.
The Order of the Serpent. Humorous hot beverage mug text recently observed, scienticians seek safety in numbers and enlightenment. Next up, well, the seers among you already know.
Say I have some. This protectorate has always provided for us. For what reason would we forsake such a stable and safe way of life?
Because, Fred, with the protectorate, you're only surviving. With antis, you'll be thriving.
So your superiors order you to thrive?
You'll have bosses and employers. It's up to
Outsider.
you to get yourself to the top and make yourself the employer.
And why would I want to be Surely my assigned place is to provide me with all the necessities of life.
Yes. But you can have more necessities and even some unnecessary. Well, what are the reasons for I survive?
is Grand Plan Wireless, broadcasting soothing tunes for your audio canal and enriching content for your cerebral cortex around the chronometer until we achieve ascension. Colleagues, we are living in astounding yet increasingly difficult to predict times. One need look no further than the rift intensification event. It is no great leap to hypothesize the rifts present an extinction-level threat. How fascinating. And worth noting how our Arcadian cohabitators view this energetic phenomenon. The incursive bit brokers in Auntie's Choice perceive the rifts as an exploitable resource once someone figures out how to stabilize them. No great cognitive feat to deduce that someone is us. Meanwhile, those chronic underthinkers in the Protectorate are taking their textbook propagandized approach, outwardly heralding the rifts as a portent of their vaunted paradigm, while no doubt inwardly seeking their own means to mitigate their peril. This is not idle speculation. The Protectorate is operating their own laboratory dedicated to rift research, the Interstitial Reconfiguration Center on Praetor. We remain skeptical of the Protectorate's research, given their lack of any staff academically lettered and duly accredited in the fields of scientism. In fact, it is likely the rift threat would never have escalated if the Protectorate had simply included us in their research from the outset. And yet we should not dismiss their clumsy attempts outright. Even a stopped chronometer is accurate twice in a daily cycle. Perhaps their efforts were not fraught with error. In the interim, you may reliably rely on these airwaves to deliver relevant and well-sourced information about the rift situation.
End message with an emphatic sign-off such as, "You'll never be sad when you have solutions." Oh. That apparently was a note to self, not to be read aloud.
And now, additional data and/or music return to facilitate cognition. And now, a song from a composer predicted to have 3 well-liked melodies and become allergic to water this year.
Function f to the n equaling our starting zen. Function fn minus 1 plus the fn minus 2. In all cases that we know, starting where n is so low. Now you know just what to do. Start the cycle, here's the cue. It's Fibonacci, a sequence largely summing to preceding numbers gives us math that brings us wonders. Define the recurrence relation, get us to sequence summation. It's Fibonacci from Liber of R.C. Perfect motion, 0, 1, 1, and again 2, 3, 5, and 8, and then 14, 21, up to 34, we're counting through. Fibonacci, a sequence largely seeking numbers, give us the math that brings us wonders. Define the recurrent relation, to sequence summation. It's Fibonacci from Liber of R.C. in summation. But not to cheat from
That went out to all our friends in the Office of Hindrance Deterrence and Obviation. Keep on. Those pivotal impediments won't preclude themselves.
The following song has been determined to facilitate abstract thinking and constructive rumination.
Humor is and
Even after everything that's happened, I would, sure.
This is Grand Plan Wireless, broadcasting soothing tunes for your audio canal and for your cerebral cortex around the chronometer. H for the especially step Jason, conspicuous dimension. Please take additional care. Eyes forward, nose causes out of academic.
Happy to assist in crafting more ammo.
Emphatic sign-offs such as, you'll never have solutions. There was a note to
Further beneficial has been proven to promote cognitive function. Inquisitive, it's time for Ask Vicar. Thanks, Isaac. The student wants to know, what exactly did the charismatic mathematician
one can spend a lifetime studying mathematician's works and still never grasp. I'll give it a 60-second version. This progenitor of the order was the first to teach the defined and objective methods that led from the actuational mental stage to one of transcendence for all. He taught how society could reach its full potential and then move one stage beyond full humanity-spanning actualization. A society at the final stage will exceed human consciousness and understand infinity itself, grasping all of the cosmos as a single equation of thought. The universal equation. Time and space and thought will become one to the participants, who will act as a single godlike entity.
But I wouldn't give for a big bowl of purpleberry crunch right now. Got something that needs doing, Commander?
The Ascendants will see all that was, is, and meant to be. Humanity.
Protectorate are doing our job for us now, are they? Watching that station launch was a sight. Oh, this war. It certainly has its charms.
And now a song from a composer predicted to have 3 well-liked melodies and become allergic to water this year.
Is that right? Then it seems all of Fairfield owes you a debt of gratitude. Would have been a shame to lose the settlement after all the lives spent liberating it.
Otisgard replied, "No hesitation.
I'll be spaced. Scrabbles! And hardly the worse for wear! You've no grasp of what his return means to this unit. Scrabbles was originally a gift from my daughter. He fought with us during the Consolidation War, and has seen this squad through every hard deployment since leaving Tau Ceti. He's also packed with some of the finest grade stimulants this side of legal. Here, for your trouble. Livener like that comes in handy when you're in a pinch.
Of why there are no green stars. To understand all of this, you must understand the basics of thermal divarication.
You surely read my mind. We can begin the assault as soon as you give the go-ahead.
Most electromagnetic radiation that falls upon it, including
Forthwith. As soon as we fortify ourselves, of course. Troopers, to me. We need to prepare. Our attack is imminent. We'll pay those bastards back for Schultz.
most stellar objects generate radiation they absorb. So they can be.
This is what we've been waiting for, troopers. What all those days and nights of trial readied us for. We're delivering death, free of charge. Forward to victory, profits, and the furtherance of Anti's glorious enterprise.
While stellar temperature
Fight like law, troopers!
And hence, what portion of the spectrum effect in low temperature emission is infrared, visible to us without proper implementation.
These hellions of Anti's always handle this business. I see.
It's emitted emitting mostly blue and invisible ultraviolet light.
Ready to take the heat off, Commander. Just leave with.
Determines the
our dance card, troopers!
portion of the spectrum. Low temperature emission is mostly infrared and not visible to us without proper instrumentation, which I need not describe here. As the stellar body's temperature increases, its emitted listeners could easily draw this trivial conclusion for themselves, but if I must. It's because any star emitting green light also emits bluish and or reddish light too, resulting in a non-green star. Solely packaging green light. In fact, such a composition itself would constitute evidence for intelligent interference. No such evidence of any kind has ever been detected. Let's get back to the Zenobia star. The methodology of the Otisgard's chromospectral survey was straightforward. He partitioned his astronomical field of view into grids and tagged each object in every grid. He ignored empty regions, as black would only dim the color and not change its fundamental hue. The light from every galaxy,
What I wouldn't give for a big...
nebula,
Got something that needs doing, Commander?
gathered and fed into a central tabulator for computation.
Wiping the place out is one way to get through.
Subsequent
Probably my most preferred
analysis
way.
produced a final answer to within 0.5% of the predicted value. And that result was beige. More specifically, in the cylindrical coordinate space, the hue is 42 degrees, while the saturation is a mere 9%, and the value is a full 100%. In more novice terms, while the color tends towards white, the addition of a variety of reds and some blues results in a more beige tone. And there you have it. So go forth, neophytes, and as you study your lessons, stare at the nondescript walls of your library, classroom, or dormitory facility, and exult in the knowledge that beige is also the color of the universe.
Next, the latest field data validating or repudiating our forecasts and relevant informational details for the present and future calculations. Colleagues, we are living in astounding yet increasingly difficult to predict times. One need look no further than the rift intensification event. It is no great leap to hypothesize the rifts present an extinction-level threat. How fascinating. And worth noting how our Arcadian cohabitators view this energetic phenomenon. The incursive bitcoders in Anti's Choice perceive the rifts as an exploitable resource once someone figures out how to stabilize them. No great cognitive feat to deduce that someone is us. Meanwhile, those chronic underthinkers in the Protectorate are taking their textbook propagandized approach, outwardly heralding the rifts as a portent of their vaunted paradigm, while no doubt inwardly seeking their own means to mitigate their peril. This is not idle speculation. The Protectorate is operating their own laboratory dedicated to rift research, the Interstitial Reconfiguration Center on Praetor. Given their lack of any staff academically lettered or accredited in the fields of scientism. In fact, it is likely the rift threat would never have escalated if the Protectorate had simply included us in their research from the outset. And yet we should not dismiss their clumsy attempts outright. Even a stopped chronometer is accurate twice in a daily cycle. Perhaps their efforts were not fraught with error. In the interim, you may reliably rely on these airwaves to deliver relevant and well-sourced information about the rift situation.
So ends this message.
Further beneficial content soon follows. The following song has been determined to facilitate abstract thinking and constructive rumination.
Sure. Seen a few of these in my time. I'll try not to accidentally gas us to the void.
How many numbers How many digits in pi? How many numbers am I? 445923078 16406286208.
Can't have our fearless leader firing on empty. Let's get the crowd.
6280348253421. How many digits in pi? How many numbers? Am I? How many digits in pi? How many numbers am I? How many numbers?
If it makes the competition look bad. So now, hear this juicy rumor from Protectorate territory. Frontline Scuttlebutt has it the Sovereign is missing in action. He's supposedly their great thought leader, yet he has disappeared from public view, seen in neither moon nor station. What's the story here? Ante all the livelong day, cutting deals, driving profits. And the Protectorate's console has been the life of their joyless shindig lately. Quite the go-getter. He's supposed to be the Sovereign's top VP. His muscle seems highly involved in their whole totalitarian operation. The Sentinels, their secret police, reportedly answered to him. Makes you wonder if the console is really running the show. Who knows? We have all the jigsaw pieces, but no puzzle. When we do suss out the real story, you will be the first to know. Now, on to other things. I don't know about you, but I could use something a little more upbeat right about now. Like this.
Takes more, no, 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 the sunset. No rocks will come before again. Word God, you fed a peppernetti. You need a neck of anesthetic. No rum, taste more and feel less. No rum, no worries, no stress. No rum, relax the success. No rum. Reassigned to a tropical positions no more there. So where it's safe to be barefoot in the sand. While holding a bottle of numb rum tied in your hand. Hey, my friend.
Inspiring sponsored content that will boost you to the top rung, plus all the news that's fit for listening. This is Wireless Free Arcadia.
Auntie Cleo here to address all the hubbub over these riffs. Arcadia's yaysayers and eggheads would have us think these cosmic light shows herald the end of the worlds. Poppycock. Rifts present an opportunity, not a calamity. Once someone irons out their reality-rending downside, you'll be left with nothing but upside. I have full confidence that our lab coats in experimental operations will innovate a profitable use for them. Rifts could be leveraged in negotiations or to keep trade routes. Think of the R&D potential. Seriously, that's your job. And
No, wait. I don't need refreshment.
no mother of invention, after all.
Now, on to other things. This one always makes me pretend I have the sun in my eyes.
I'm looking for a meal that doesn't leave me feeling hollow. Don't want to do no cooking. All I want to do is swallow. Hey, here's a fancy can. Wow, it's a real treat. Let's see what's inside and get back to our duty. Borscht, oh Borscht, it's not the worst unless it's Borscht, oh Borscht. Grab a can today. Tongues to sweetmeats, lungs to hearts. They use all the tastiest parts. Ears to hocks and rears to tits. Efficient meals mean we make more bits. Borscht, oh Borscht, it's not the worst unless it's Borscht, oh Borscht. Grab a can today.
Loyal subject, la la la.
No coarse pores, bristles, bones.
That last selection has been scientifically proven to increase productivity, improve morale, and soothe all manner of mental malady in the listening workforce. At least in the lab. Not responsible for night sweats, abnormal bone growth, or prolonged glossolalia. Alrighty then, it's well past time for more merry melodies. At the junction of opportunity and runaway gumption, you'll hear Wireless Free Arcadia. Featuring product advertising.
Commander, a moment of your time, if you would.
Individuals.
Commander, I'm glad I managed to intercept you before we left. There's something at the forefront of my mind that I'd care to discuss.
Listen in dreadful anticipation.
I received a message from a close friend of mine, Virgil. He was my co-protege under the Supreme Arbiter. His message claimed he had information relevant to the Supreme Arbiter's death. He wishes to meet with me at the Vox Relay on Paradise Island. You asked before, and I did not mention it. But with Virgil's message, I now must warn you. Our greatest suspect in the Supreme Arbiter's murder is the Protectorate's consul.
Let's see if you can keep the Sprat crisps fresher than your advertising copy. Next, Russell Crocker in morale management. Dress codes for everyone's benefit, Russ. No shoes, no...
Our mentor always disdained him thoroughly, and he our mentor. If anyone would have had reason to slay her, it would have been him. But we have needed evidence. Evidence that I believe Virgil now possesses.
Dress for the job you have, Russ. And just to show there's no position too microscopic...
I would gladly give my life for his without hesitation, and he for mine. We are brothers beyond blood. It has been some time since the two of us last crossed paths. But little shall have changed between us. Of this, I have no doubt.
Like a constellation of cystibits bags. Now you're...
If there is one person throughout all of Arcadia who I can presently trust, it is Virgil. He too seeks the perpetrator of the Supreme Arbiter's death, and he too supports the Sovereign over all else. And that's without mentioning our lifelong friendship.
Now, on to other things. This is one of my favorites, though admittedly I'm far from discerning.
Very good. I hope we shall see him at your earliest convenience. I feel this shall most certainly set our investigation into motion.
Drink it down. Pick it up, tip it up, plug it down. It's Fizzos, Fizzos. We love Fizzos, Fizzos, Spectrum Vodka. Red and green and black and blue. Milky white and orange too. Yellow, even violet. Spectrum makes you smile, yeah. Drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it down. Pick it up, tip it up, plug it down. It's Fizzos, Fizzos. We love Fizzos, Fizzos, Spectrum.
Now, a catchy pitch for Auntie's products you simply can't live without. Say, you've got your alien-planting corollary in my invasive species fish paste.
You're a rugged, spacefaring frontiers person type. Try it, despite the countless voices screaming in your head not to.
Oh, it's like sour milk and expired medicine. Yet despite this baleful... rebarbative mouthfeel, I feel great!
Everyone knows salubrious concoctions aren't supposed to taste good. That's how you know it's working.
Nannerfish Restorative Elixir. Additional health benefits, none of the delicious taste. New from Auntie's Choice, where...
Stop right there, Arbiter Rao. Though I am here on official business, I would prefer to keep this cordial. The Consul seeks answers related to your recent activities. I approach you openly in the hopes that you will comply with his request and come with me peaceably.
What do you blather about? Delay me and you will pay the price. Not only do I have more pressing business with a colleague, but I do not answer to Sentinels or the Consul.
Paragon of do-it-yourself, slayer of unlucrative bureaucracy, highest rung on our brave new meritocracy. I saw my opportunity, and I took it. I said, Auntie, a moment of your time. Have you any tips for a bottom-runger who's lost on the climb? See, I tried my best to urge her, because I rose before the merger with Spacer's Choice. So all full of confidence, I asked her.
Questions of intent. Now, what shall it be, Arbiter Rao? I sent the message that drew you here. Virgil shall not arrive to aid your decision-making.
Virgil's not coming, you say? Curious. And here I was thinking I was already present.
Virgil! Touting your flair for the dramatic, even now, I see. But I fear our reunion must wait until we've dealt with this pawn of the Consul.
I had not expected a third party, but it is so much the better. I'm afraid you must come with me as well, Arbiter Montag.
A sentinel demanding anything of me? What madness! Neither Tristan nor I shall accompany you anywhere. Any attempts to force us shall be met with violent reprisal.
I'm somewhat embarrassed to acknowledge that, in my haste to see Virgil, I seem to have led us into a trap. Though ironically, it appears Virgil has been caught as well.
This fool impersonated my credentials, triggering a system alert that led me here. A lowly deception, even for one of the Consul's own.
It was a necessary deception, and one not undertaken lightly. Its aim was to draw your colleague here without bloodshed, for I know he would not have arrived at my request.
We've got an improved outlook, a revolutionary corporate guidebook, with a fresh new can't-lose surefire sales pitch. Now our underlings are grinning, and upper-rungers are winning. So shortly, you and I will all get rich.
She said, persuade them that a better me liberates society. Sell them on an improved me. It's time to mount to piety. Choose betterment or impairment. Improve yourself, enhance the whole. Get that raise, advance your role and ignore all.
Your explanation does not pull my heartstrings, Sentinel. Yet you at least had the sense not to assail us outright. Surrender, and perhaps you may yet live.
You may not believe me, but I have much admiration for the work you and Arbiter Montag have done for the Protectorate. I've no wish to fight. Enough loyal subjects have died in this war. Come willingly and peaceably, I beseech you.
I saw time for one more lesson, so I shot her one last question. I said, but I worry about reprisals when dealing with my rivals. Suppose I can outdo or outthink the vast...
Both Arbiter Rao and Arbiter Montag were explicitly requested to return to Praetor by the Consul, alongside all other Arbiters some months ago. Refusal without reason is treasonous.
And I'm sure that if we went, we would have been returned whole, neither interrogated nor mentally refreshed. As if your master's nefarious agenda would allow that.
I've no inkling of what you speak. My only master is the Protectorate. My only agenda, the return of peace throughout Arcadia.
Do what you can and do what you must to get far ahead, but never get caught. Do what you must and do what you can. Ignore all the rules and never get caught. Never get caught. Never get caught. Never get caught. Oh, never get caught. Never get caught. Oh, never get caught. Never get caught. My corporate seal had been revived. Soon enough, the lift arrived.
Very well. But be warned, I'm not exactly trained in the art of improvisation. We'll need a very good reason for my not answering the Consul's summons.
There's no such thing as free advice, dear.
That was sponsored by Auntie's Choice Office of Munitions and Catering. Time to restock your arsenal? Planning a key business dinner or banquet event? They have everything you need in one place. Thank you so much for tuning in to the one wireless station in Arcadia.
Come now, do you expect me to believe that? Not only are you not in shackles, but you're also still alive. I can't imagine Arbiter Rao would have allowed that willingly.
Smoke that distinguishes you from the average oaf? Well, look no further. Wow, that's large! It's the only cigar that says I'm in charge. It's an Uncle Wentworth Belvedere Stout. When they see me coming, they shout.
Yes, we were going to find their stash of contraband Protectorate rations, with all the labels crossed out. Architect preserve us.
I see. It would appear I misjudged this situation after all. I must reinterpret my orders. Accosting you illegally and the subsequent punishment would be mortifying.
So he's chosen not to attack, but the situation has not changed. We spare him. His master gains another tool to cover up the Supreme Arbiter's death.
What are you talking about? I do not seek to hide the Supreme Arbiter's death. I seek to find her killer. Such was next on my list of duties after I apprehended you.
This is all clearly a tactic on the Consul's behalf. By sending out his agents, he seeks to deflect suspicion from himself. That is, if our compatriot here speaks true.
What must you think of me, or my fellow Sentinels, that you'd even suggest I'd lie to arbiters? I'm not the one positing scurrilous accusations about our beloved Consul. But you needn't take me at my word. My next assignment was to investigate the Oculus collating post. A hidden room there may contain information pertinent to the investigation. I cannot speak to its purpose, only that it is strange and worthy of investigation.
Or it is yet another falsity, intended to draw us close before snapping our necks.
It's a risk worth taking. I can endure whatever the Consul sends my way, and if there is a minuscule chance that this Sentinel speaks true, we must investigate.
I'm pleased to be of service, in some manner or another. Protectorate subjects should aid one another.
You're listening to Wireless Free Arcadia for music, entertainment, and the latest from the front lines. Sponsored by Auntie's Choice, improving lives through unfettered free trade and unbridled self-betterment.
Secret is a misnomer. The room appears to have been built by mistake, but someone forestalled its demolition without marking it on station blueprints. This is what is suspect. I will take my leave of the lot of you, and in peace. It is my sincere hope that circumstances are as you claim, lest we be forced to meet again.
I shall follow him out, just to certify he intends to act as he speaks.
Protectorate stronghold, a dank, glow-in-the-dark closet to stack all the...
That's done with. He left peaceably, as he said, though I have my doubts for how long.
That was some impressively savvy improvisation before, Commander. Without you, circumstances would have certainly devolved into a battle to the death.
An incredible return on our troop investment, and while every planetary occupation has its hazards, praetors have been minimal. True, one local species of megafauna seems unusually aggressive. Sounds like an ideal candidate for the lab coats and biological weapons.
I'll spare you my doubts for the umpteenth time, Tristan. I just hope the risk is worthwhile.
I appreciate your caution, but it is quite unnecessary. My comrade and I will look into Oculus collating post.
Down and outers are jealous lower managers who balked when Auntie first proposed we put boots on that rock. You can always trust Wireless Free Arcadia. We're straight shooters, just like our combat forces expect.
Yes, but never for long, and it's been many years. I also have no recollection of any hidden room, so we may have some hunting to do. I regret we've not had more time to talk, Virgil. It has been ages.
Worry not. I'm certain we'll have plenty of time to converse when you've finished your investigation. I have several leads of my own to pursue, as a matter of fact. Until our paths cross again, my friend.